Hello, happy Wednesday. We're live. Hello, Navala. How are you doing? How have you been? So, I wanted to show this one that I did a video on, I think about a week ago. And so it had that silver that you couldn't really see in the video. It didn't really distinguish from the gray, but it has dried with all that shimmery silver you can kind of see there. So that's how this one dry. I am loving painting on hexagons. Hexagons have been just so fun recently. So we are going to start out today painting on a couple of canvases. I have a 8x8 inch, then I have two 6x6 inches, and then I have a whole bunch of different wood cutouts that we're going to do, and we're going to make those. We're going to dip these and make them into magnets. I've even gotten a couple of these, which I need to take the little things off, but I haven't had a chance. Um, so we've got, and we even have a little tiny plaque, but this plaque is only like 3x5, I believe. So yeah, we've got a little variety of things we're going to paint pour on today. And so we're going to do a variety of different techniques, some dipping. I think we're going to do a dirty pour, kind of a stretch dirty pour, a flip cup, a few different things. So, yeah. How is the renovation progressing? So Mike says, I am almost done with the second bathroom and then it's off to the next project. Yep. He did get the tub installed. So we have the bathtub installed. We had to order the flooring. So the flooring is on its way. So that's kind of slowed down the progress a little bit. But I went with a black and white tile. It's a really beautiful, actually, the wall color is about this color, wouldn't you say, Mike? About, or maybe a tad lighter, just like about this shade of blue, but just a tad lighter, about this hue of blue, but a tad lighter. But yeah, we went with a wall color, a light blue, and a black and white tile floor. And then like the cabinet and the vanity and everything is white. So I think that'll be really pretty. I'm really excited. But we had to order the flooring and the paint. Mike is painting it, I believe, tomorrow. He just picked up the paint about an hour ago. So yeah, we're excited that project is kind of winding down. So I am going to do, this is an 8x8 inch canvas. I have put a little bit of blue here in the middle. And so I'm going to then put a little bit of paint in here. And then I'm going to pour out kind of ribbons and then stretch those out. That's why I have not pulled the paint all the way to the edges, because we're going to kind of stretch that paint out here in just a moment. So I'm going to do a variety of blues, a little bit of turquoise, and I think we will put, so that first one was cobalt blue hue, apple barrel, then it was master's touch turquoise green, then this is apple barrel's real navy, this is cheap paint's turquoise. We're almost got plenty of paint there. We don't need too much. Then this is Apple Barrel's pink eraser. So we're going to put a little bit of pink there. And then this is Apple Barrel's cameo pink. And I think I want to put a little bit more turquoise. So sounds pretty. Thank you. Yes, it's going to be so pretty. I'm so excited. And then our other bathroom, we went with like gray, and it's got wainscot, like white wainscoting halfway up the, so it's gray and white, like a real light gray and white. Hey, Whitney, how are you doing? Welcome. So now I'm going to just kind of pour out ribbons. The turquoise has silicone. We're just kind of pour it out, just, and then stretch that out here in just a moment. All right. So now we'll stretch that out, stretch some of those cells out and pull it to the edges. And of course, Larry. Well, thank you so much for popping in and saying hi. And I hope you're having an awesome week. Thank you so much for stopping in. So, hello to you and Mr. Balls as well. I put my hand kind of in an L to kind of catch that paint. Kind of trying to slowly stretch it so I don't lose too much definition of those cells. I go to each edge and then back to the center. I'm pretty sure Novala was there. The reason Whitney was calling Mike Larry is we've Whitney renamed Mike. Gave him a little nickname. So when she says Larry, she's actually talking about Mike. But I think you were there when we were joking about that. So I just wanted to make sure you knew who she was talking about. But there we go. So we have that was blue apple barrels, blue cotton was kind of the base, and then a variety of kind of some turquoises, a couple of different pinks, and then we just stretch that out. So but yeah, so what are you guys doing this week? How are you guys doing? What do you guys got going on? We're just winding up that bathroom. Mike's got to paint it, and then the flooring should be in, and then he'll do the flooring. And so then that bathroom will be done. And then the next project is kind of more outdoors. We're going to try to do some of the different outdoor projects we have, landscaping, porch, roof, just things like that before the weather gets too bad. So as you can see, it's just kind of developing the cells as we even speak. There's been more and more pop up. I don't see too many air bubbles, but I will go ahead and see if we can get a little bit more cell action. But I mean, I really am not needing much more. There's not too big of a difference. I saw a few cells pop up in through here, but I mean, a torch wasn't like necessary on that one, but we went ahead and torch it and see what happens. But you never want to actually touch the flame to the canvas. I kept it quite a bit up above it. But so yeah, there's our first one, an 8 by 8 inch. Oh, you went back to work 3 days a week. Grateful for the job, but God, you feel old. I bet you it's an adjustment to get back. I can only imagine. So, well, good for you. I hope all's going well with getting that's quite the adjustment to get back to work, even if it's 3 days a week. It's so that's good for you, and I hope it's going very well. So I'm going to go ahead and move this one aside. This was that 8 by 8 inch. Now we have two 6 by 6 inches, and the two 6 by 6 inches are the gallery wrapped a little bit bigger canvases. So I want to do a flip cup with the first one. And we're going to actually do it in all like blues and turquoise oceany colors, a little bit of white, because it's going to be a background for, once it's all done, let me find one of them right there. So I've got these, so I'm going to do a flip cup with blues and white and turquoise. So it's going to kind of be ocean colors. Once the flip cup has completely dried, I'm going to put one of these mermaids on it. So I just want it as a background with like kind of blues, oceany colors. So that's what's the plan for this one. So we've got a bunch of white. Now we're going to put this cobalt blue. It's cobalt blue hue. It is apple barrel. This is Cheap Paints Ultramarine Blue. Then we have Cheap Paints Phthalo Blue. Cheap Paint, and that's the brand Cheap Paint, CHEEP. Cheap Paints Turquoise, which does have silicone. The Cobalt Blue hue had silicone. And we want some of this Apple Barrel Key West, a real lighter kind of aqua color. And then I'm going to put just a little bit more of that Cobalt Blue hue. So... oh, you love the job and the folks you work for. That's a big deal. It makes a big difference to enjoy your job. Definitely. So that's awesome. Good. Keep you busy, busy. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead. This is a 3-ounce cup, and I have it, God, like 7/8 of the way full. It's almost full. And now I'm just going to do a flip cup. Just a regular old flip cup, because this is just going to be a background. Thanks, Larry. So, all right, I do my flip cups. I'm going to flip it over, not straight up. If I flip it straight, if I just pull it straight up, it'll have drips. I don't want that in this. I'm actually going to do a little bit of... so you can always do that. If you flip it up, you can kind of ribbon through some of the what's coming out. And with this one, I am going to torch it before so we got a little bit of cells popped up there. And now I'm going to stretch those out. And remember, this one has that 1.5 inch, quite a big, the edges are 1.5 inch deep, the gallery wrapped canvases. So you want it to go down over the edges quite a bit. Now I'm just kind of messing around, pulling it different ways, how I want the composition of it. So now I'm going to just wipe off my hands real quick. But so that'll be a great background for a mermaid, or really any like sea creature, or I mean, you can always just leave it. Look at those cells just keep popping up. We'll leave that one for just a moment as I wipe my hands off. I'm going to grab one of those mermaids and show you. Those were something I saw on Michaels.com probably about 2 months ago. A bunch of these packs, they were 10 packs, and they were on the clearance at Michaels. So I'm not sure if they still have them, but they were only like $1 for a 10 pack. And I got mermaids, I got dinosaurs, whales, turtles, and I believe unicorns. But so yeah, I'm not sure if they still have those, but I was able to get them on Walmart.com. But here is the mermaid. Once I'm going to do a dip of a bunch of these mermaids, and then once everything's dry, I will put it right. So I think that'll look really cool. So that is just, but I am seeing that I'm going to put, so I've got the cup that still has just a little bit. I'm going to pour it down over this edge to make sure we get all these edges covered. Just using that last little bit up in the cup. But all right, the cells just continue to keep popping up on this one. But I am going to go ahead and move this one aside. You loved this one? Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So I'm going to move this one aside, and then I'm going to do a dirty pour. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one right up there and grab another 6-inch canvas. And then after we do this 6-inch canvas, we're going to be doing a bunch of these dips. And so what I'm going to do with most of these, a couple of them will get put on canvases, but most of them will become magnets, will become refrigerator magnets. But these are the perfect size to go on these 6x6-inch canvases. So, all right, now I'm going to do a dirty pour. Grab another cup, and we're going to put a whole variety of blues, some green, We're going to put like a variety of colors on this one. So there's that cobalt blue hue, ultramarine blue, the blue cotton. We don't have too much left. We're about out of that blue cotton. Then we're going to put some of the Cheap Paints Green Light. And we're going to put some of this Vivid Violet. I believe that is Deco Americana's Vivid Violet. And that was Cobalt Blue Cheap Paint. Master's Touch Turquoise Green. And I'm just kind of grabbing. Permanent Violet Cheap Paint. The colors that add silicone is this Permanent Violet, the Cobalt Blue. I think I used this Cobalt Blue. If not, we'll just throw it in there. So now that one has silicone. The turquoise has silicone. And I want to put a little bit more of that Vivid Violet. Let's throw some pink in there. We're going with a bunch of pinks, violet, purple, cobalt blue. Now this one, I'm going to do a straight pour actually. So the difference, if it was a ring pour, I would have very carefully layered these up. It's a straight pour because we're doing a dirty cup here, just straight. And I'm just like going fast, not worrying about like exactly rings. And I have silicone in it. So if I was really wanting to make sure it had rings, I would not put silicone in it, but I'm going to kind of travel it over here because it's, I wonder if it's uneven and level because it really wanted to fly over that way, didn't it? And I'm holding it up to make it even. So just a minute, we'll have to make sure it's level. And if you have poured and you decide, oh gosh, that's not level, I got to level that out, you can slip a couple of popsicle sticks under the side that is not level. So we're going to go ahead and pour this off, get those edges. Just a moment. Let me wipe my hands off. Hey, Mike, do you have your, okay, he's getting you that link. Awesome. It's Mike's 3D Design on Etsy, but he's getting you the link. So for some reason, I see a little speck of white, and I do not really like that. I am going to go ahead and just very carefully dip in. So I am going to go ahead and torch this. Now, if you don't want a ton of cells to pop up, do not torch it at this point. Just leave it. But I am going to torch it and get some cells in like some areas. I'm going to go around kind of mainly the edge. So we're getting a few popping up through here. Let me move those cups aside because we are going to do a bunch of dips now, a whole bunch. I don't know. We've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. We're going to do about 16 of them. So a whole bunch more. Hey, Shepherd's Homestead. Tommy, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Let me show you a little bit. It's really got some depth of different colors popping up through. Let me show you that one. Go ahead and show you the Last one we did, it has had quite a few more pop up. And then this is the first one we did. We're doing pretty good, doing real good. Mike has been we have been renovating our house. We are just finishing up our second bathroom. And so we are actually hoping to sell and get some property and get kind of a little bit more off grid, not completely off grid, but a little bit more than we are now. So we're kind of looking to do kind of almost similar to what you guys are doing. So what I'm doing here is putting a whole bunch of cups down. Gonna move that aside. We're gonna now I'm gonna put the paint on this surface here, and that's what I'm gonna dip into. So we'll put the paint on here, and I'll take the all these little wood things, dip into the paint, and then I'm going to put them on these things. So that's why I need a whole bunch of cups laying out. So we have landing spots for all of these little dinosaurs, mermaids, turtles, just a whole variety. Make room for everything here. All right, there's the link, Novala, to Mike's Etsy shop. That is the link to get split cups. Let me show you. I think I have, yeah. This is in little bitty, this is a smaller one than what, we don't have this small. We do have a small 4-ounce one in the shop, but it's for cups like this that Mike has been making for the pouring. So, yeah. We have been looking for properties. So the properties, I mean, they're, I'm sure, going everywhere like this, but literally things are listed, real estate is listed around here, and then it's sold within a day or two. It's crazy. So we got to catch it before they sell all the property. So, all right, we almost have these all laid out. Just a couple more. 2 of these, we got a couple of these unicorns as well. And then we'll have them all laid out and we'll paint them. These are super easy. They go super quick. And then when they're all dry, we varnish them, seal them with some polyacrylic. And then after they're all sealed up, we put magnets on the back. So I'm going to go ahead and put down some blues. So I just lay the paint on this plastic here. And then I can dip into that and then peel that off when I'm all done. So I'm going to do some of these dinosaurs first. So I'm going to get some blue, some green. I think I even want some orange. Just some fun, bright colors for those dinosaurs. So, some of them maybe will get glitter. A great tip if you're adding glitter, add your glitter while it's wet. So here is some red. And then I'm going to get this brighter blue. And then we're going to just turn them over and dip them in, kind of just smash them in. I think I would like a little bit of yellow. That's the only color we're missing here, is just a little bit of yellow. So a bunch of bright primary colors. We'll take this dinosaur here. Make a little bit more room. All my paints are, I got every blue I have out right now. So, all right, now you just kind of try to hold on to it. It's going to get slippery, and you literally just dip it in. And there was a couple of those colors, the orange, the first blue. A couple of those colors have silicone, not all, just a couple of them. So now he's got little sails, little, go ahead, and I'm not real sure what dinosaur that is. Maybe Brontosaurus? I'm not sure. So I am going to do a whale here real quick, and then we'll do a couple more dinosaurs. Maybe so what we're going to do is we're going to dip in it a few times before it gets like kind of muddy, the paint. And then we can always keep adding paint around the edges and dipping. You're just slightly pushing in just to kind of make sure it's covered on all the surfaces, on all the so super easy, super fun way to do a whole bunch. You can do like Christmas shapes, holiday shapes, and do them Christmassy colors, a whole bunch of different ways. So, all right, we're going to do probably one more dip into this, and then we might have to add some more color around because it is starting to mix those colors just a bit. But these are quite colors that'll mix easily. Then they are slippery, trying to get a little hold of that. Oh, and that's okay. So see, I've missed a spot. Just dip your hand in here and come in and kind of just fill in your blank spot. So colors are just starting to kind of muddy up there. So we'll add a little bit more. I'm going to come in up here. And then we'll do some more, some of these other unicorns and mermaid colors and things like that in just a moment. So I'm adding just the same colors to kind of finish this up, and then we'll set that aside and do some other colors. So we got orange, we've got green, a little bit of red. What are we missing here? We need a little bit of like yellow. And a little bit of that brighter blue. All right, now we'll kind of dip it more that way. I think I pulled out 3 of each one. Another little dinosaur. Trying to see how he'll fit on there the best. Actually, you know what? We're going to do a turtle first. Because if we do a turtle first, it'll kind of smush that down to a larger surface. Then we'll have just put our dinosaur in there and he'll fit a little bit better. So, all right, now let's go ahead. Little fun fact about me, I actually collect turtle figurines and turtle little things, and I absolutely love turtles. So that's why I do a lot of little turtle things. And I just ordered and got some other turtle plaques that I'm going to be doing. But that'll be on a video. So, all right, now we kind of smush that out to a bigger surface for our dinosaur. He's a little bit bigger than the turtle. And this was probably not a good day to drink a big old glass of cold brew coffee. I'm kind of having a hard time holding on to them. They get kind of slippery when I'm a little bit shaky from the coffee. So, all right. I think that'll be our last one of this color combination. Now we're going to pull out some other colors. The turtle does almost look like it's floral. We're going to do some more. It's kind of funny how that turns out like that. So look at this. So now we can just let this dry, and then we can peel that off and use that for just all kinds of other things. We can collage with that. We can do just all kinds of things. That's why I like to do it on, like, you can do it on plastic sheeting. You can do it on The Dollar Tree has some cutting boards that are about this same thickness. They're 2 for $1, these clear plastic cutting boards. You can do your dips onto that and then peel off this once it's all dry. You can peel that right off. So that's super fun. So that's why I do it on those. So just a moment, I'm going to set that aside. And then I'm going to pull out another one because we're going to do some different colors. We're going to do some like turquoises, pinks, a little bit of purple for the mermaids and the unicorns. Yeah, not too bad. Enough to where I kind of notice when I'm trying to be real careful with not dropping them. You know, those coffee jitters when they kick in when you're really trying to focus being careful. You're focusing on holding still. They kick in then. Yeah. So we had some vivid violet, some cobalt blue hue. So we're just getting some, mermaid unicorn colors. Permanent violet. Oh, okay. Selena's thing is frogs. That's awesome. And then Novala says she collects bears. So that's awesome. Yeah, everybody kind of has their thing that they like. So that was turquoise, Cheap Paints turquoise. This is Apple Barrel's Key West. So now we're going to go ahead, I think, I'm just going to put just a little bit of this ultramarine, real dark blue. We're going to dip a few in that. And then we're going to add some other colors into that after we've used that up. So we've got a unicorn. We'll start there. So, all right, just going to dip that. And I did accidentally get some paint on this one. No big deal. I just leave my backs. Sometimes they're messy, but who looks at the back and really cares? If you're really worried about it, you can paint. God, I can't even hold on to it. See, it gets really slippery too. But look at that. I'm loving those colors. But if you're really worried about it, you can pick a solid color. Just paint the back black or the back white, or you can pick one of these purples or blue or whatever and paint the back a solid color. But I honestly just leave it. I'm not that worried about the back being messy. It shows it's handmade, I guess. So, all right, I do see 2 little bubbles there, probably because I dropped it and picked it back up. That will create bubbles. I am holding it in my hand, and so I'm very carefully just popping those 2 bubbles. All right, so now I'm going to move this one aside, and we'll do a mermaid now. Now, same colors. All right, dip one of these mermaids. So I'm going to dip this mermaid, and it would probably be a beautiful one for on that 6x6 one that we just did, the second painting we did today. I think that would look really nice. Maybe even add a little glitter. All right. Get some elbow room. Let's go ahead and pick that up. Might not have it all covered. Oh, we did. We covered it all. I wasn't sure if we got it all the way to her hair. And cells will just continue to pop up here for about 5-10 minutes. But that would look nice on that 6x6. Let's go ahead. I'm going to grab it just real quick. See if we put that on there. So, all right. Now I am going to do I think a whale. A whale would look nice in those colors. So we have one of these whales. I just love any of the ocean animals, the whales, the mermaids, all the different. Super fun to do. I do a lot of beach paintings and stuff anyways, so they go along with all that. So, all right, we're going to need to get a little bit more paint down there. I'm seeing that it's, we're running out of paint mainly down in here. But all right. Now we're going to go ahead and put some of the same colors, and then I'm going to add just a couple more as well. So first going to go in with the turquoise, the violet, some of the same colors, and then I'm going to add maybe some pink and some other colors. Cobalt blue hue. And I think I had some vivid violet. Okay, now this is Apple Barrel's Pink Eraser. That's one we're going to add in here. And we're going to add in some of this lighter blue cotton, Apple Barrel's blue cotton. And just a little bit of that. Yes, I love the beach. That is the goal, to get closer, move closer to the beach. So I just added just a little bit of that Master's Touch turquoise green. So now I'm going to do a turtle in this. Actually, you know what? I want just a pop of this lighter green too, but just a little bit, not much. Now I'm going to go ahead and dip this turtle. So see how these are super easy to do a bunch. But yeah, I've done a bunch of new jewelry boxes, a whole bunch of new stuff that are brand new in my Etsy shop. Beachy stuff, a lot of beachy stuff. So, all right, check that out. I'm going to go ahead. I do see one bubble, and it wouldn't pop. So, super fun. All right, let's do a mermaid with those colors. I think I want to put just a little bit more of that. It's a brighter green. Then you just gently press down, trying not to move it all around, because then that's really going to muddy up those colors, mix them up. Then you're trying to just lift it straight up as best as you can. But they do get slippery. Super fun. And you can do, I mean, you don't have to make these. I make them into magnets. You can add them onto canvases. You can also, like, just a second. Almost lost that one. Didn't set it on there straight, but caught it. I also have like these plaques. They're kind of fun. This is kind of a big one. You can get this is a 3x5 inch plaque. You can also get them in 4x6, 5x7, 7x9. I mean, they go all different sizes. So 4x6 inch would look cute with a little one of these on it. So many different things you could do with these. So since I got this whale in my hand, or actually I want to do a unicorn real quick, and then we'll do another whale. Let's do another unicorn right about there. Set the whale down so I can get a good grip. It's a little bit easier not with gloves. Gloves do make it a little bit harder to get a hold of. There we go. So now we'll add a few other colors. We'll do whale real quick, and then we'll add some more colors. So all right, gonna dip the whale. I think I want to just go ahead and put just a couple drops And then we'll dip it down kind of that area. Oh, that's right about where I wanted to put it, but it kind of dropped it before I was quite ready, but that's okay. It went right where I wanted it to anyways. Good for it. That was funny. So, all right. Gonna go ahead and pull that one up. You try to get a hold of each side and pull as straight up as you can. So fun. So, all right. We live so fortunate to live so close to the beach. We have the beaches about 2 hours away, but that would be for going to the Washington beaches. And then the Oregon beaches is only 3 hours away. So we have just a variety of beautiful, beautiful. The Oregon coast, the Washington coast, it's all just so pretty. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in, we're going to go kind of more down here. And we're going to add all the same colors, but we're going to focus on adding a little more of those greens because we're going to do a couple of these turtles. I think actually we only have one more turtle, one more mermaid, 2 unicorns, and a plaque. So I'm going to do the turtle down here, and then I might go up to the top here and do some of the others. I am going to actually do some of these other greens, and I'm going to try to dip it to where I dip the shell into one part and the bottom half more in the green and the head more in the green. Let's see if we can do that. So I'm add some greens just here to the bottom. This is Margarita. I think it's Anita's. I can't remember which brand, but a variety of greens. This is a metallic green, so a little bit of shimmer in there. All right, now we just have this one turtle left. I should grab another turtle. I think I have them somewhere, but that's okay. So now I'm going to try to place this one where the head and the feet and as best as I can. I wish I would go, there needs to be a little bit more green over here for the head. All right, now we got a little bit further over so that head. All right, let's see if we can get that without smushing it around too much. So we got a little bit, let's go ahead. Kind of got the head all in greens and the tail more of the purple colors. So, all right, that's the last turtle we have, but we have a couple more mermaids. Let's get a little bit more of that pink down. We're going to go up this direction. A little bit more. So that was Apple Barrel's Pink Eraser, Americana Vivid Violet, turquoise, and these are for those mermaids. We have one mermaid and 2 unicorns, and then a plaque. But we'll probably pour on the plaque, not dip it. All right. Now, just a couple drops of this green, not too much. If it wants to come out, we're about out of that green. All right. Now let's do this one more unicorn. So, and then we do have just a couple more. These are so fun. And look how fast that was. We've done like 13 of them or something like that in what, like 25 minutes or something? Not bad at all. And they're super great to do holiday ones. You can make them into ornaments. You can put them as like gift tags on your presents where they can, you know, they can use it as an ornament later. Those are super fun. You can put a date on them, put the year on them. And I'm not sure if you guys have been noticing, but some of them have continued to kind of evolve and beautiful cells pop up. And it's kind of fun to watch that all go down. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more lighter pink here. Some of this purple. We'll go ahead and dip that last one in that mermaid. Go ahead and try to turn her. Let's see. Ah, she didn't want to pick up. I almost wanted to drop her for sure. All right. Real girly mermaid colors. All right. Now we have one last plaque. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way. It is this small plaque. It's a 3x5. So what you can do with these, you can pour them in any sort of technique. You can then just leave them as a fun decoration for the wall, or I like to put hooks on them. So I'm going to go ahead here. Let's see. I think we'll just use this same cup. We're going to use a variety of those same colors. A lot of pinks, blues. I like to then also sometimes you can take them and doodle on them, all kinds of stuff. Use them as a kind of a background. Just about enough. It's only 3x5 inches, so you don't need much paint at all. And those are just those little solo cups. They're like these little mini, almost a shot glass size, and they're from the Dollar Tree. All right, variety of these same colors we've been using today. Let's see, let's get that a little bit more closer. A little bit more pink in there. All right, now I'm going to do just a dirty pour, just pouring all. You want to make sure it gets down the sides. These are kind of the thicker ones. So you want to make sure you get down the side as well. But just a random dirty pour all around. And then you can tilt it and stretch that out, making sure it gets down all the edges. Once you tilt it, it will create a little bit more cells. And these dry just the same as canvases. I wait a couple of weeks till they're completely dry. And then I varnish them with polyacrylic, just like I would do a canvas. All right, I'm going to go ahead and help it on these last few corners here. And then we'll give it a little torch. All right, let me wipe my hands. Messy, messy. All right. Can you, it went off my screen. Is it still, it's still going, right? Okay. for some reason it minimized real quick. All I had to do, it just minimized and I just brought it right back up. But it just minimized and I was like, oh, where did that go? But it was right there. I just had to bring it right back up. I'm not sure why it did that though, but oh well, we fixed it. So, all right, this is the last one today though. Give it a little torchy. You can see a few more pop up. Let me see if I can get that. It is dripping. I don't want to drip on some of the others, but I'll try to give you the best I can. So there you go. Love that contrast with that pink, with that green. That brighter green really pops off that pink there. And it really does. The color is Apple Barrel's Pink Eraser. And that's exactly the color it looks like. It looks like a pink eraser, classic pink eraser color. So, all right, we did 3 canvases, 1 plaque, and 15 of these little wood cutouts. So, what a productive, 50 minutes? So, quite easy. Of course, the work is mixing the paint. It's all about getting all that paint mixed. Once you have it all mixed in squirt bottles, look how fast it goes. But that is all the work, is getting it mixed in the squirt bottles. That's the main amount of the work. And then all the afterwards, the varnishing and all the, that and the cleanup. That's where all the work is. So, all right. This has gone by quick. I had a lot of fun. I love doing these dips, and it's fun to experiment with new paint colors and stuff with the dips. And so, all right. Next week, we'll be back to, I think, just canvases. I'm not sure. I might see if the Dollar Tree has some sort of holiday ones. They usually have Halloween ones and all kinds of these little wood cutouts at the Dollar Tree, holiday themed. So, all right. Next week we will be live again. Yes, the cleaning. Yes, the cleaning is definitely. Oh, let me share a little tip that I figured out. I am going to try to do a video on this, but let me tell you something that has really helped. Okay, so I use silicone. I'm going to try to show you this without messing this up, but I use silicone molds, right? So my normal routine with silicone molds would be to just pick off, peel off the like major pieces that you can peel off. They peel off and you can use them for skins, for, anything, jewelry, collaging. But then there was all this residue that's too thin to really like peel off. So I would have to spray it down, let it sit 24 hours sprayed down, then try to scrape it clean. Oh my gosh, what a big old disaster. It takes way too much. Well, now I figured out with my silicone mat, instead of doing that, I pick off all the pieces that were like big and like cannot, then I poured the whole silicone mat. This is the skin that I peeled off. The reason I needed this for a collage, these are all sunset colors for a sunset collage. So that's why I chose these colors and put them. So I'm going to use this for a sunset collage. Look at that. But what was really cool is it completely cleaned my mat. Look at this. It picked up every little bit off my mat. Now my mat is completely clean, and I just had to peel this off. So I'm going to be pouring directly on my mats when they need to be cleaned off, and then just peel it off. And then I can use this. So it's not a waste at all, but it saves me so much time. But anyways, I'm going to make a video about that. But that's what I peeled that off, and it cleaned the mat. It cleaned every bit of the silicone mat. There's no scrubbing it needed. All those little bits that are hard to get. It came right off with the thing. A big, huge sheet of skins. So that's going to be part of a sunset scene. So I know, I was like, yes, what a great time saver. So I'll be doing a video about that and stuff, but I just wanted to show you that real quick. I was quite excited about that because those silicone mats are amazing to use, but they're really hard to clean. But now I figured it out. So all right. So I just wanted to show you that real quick. But we will be live next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, I do have like 3 or 4 videos coming out this week. So there'll be videos in the meantime. But the next live stream will be next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much for hanging out. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And so thank you for hanging out. And I hope you can come again next time and hang out with us again next Wednesday. So as usual, be the change you want to see in the world, guys. Be the change you want to see in the world. All right. Thank you so much. You have an awesome week.